didn't read it. He didn't fucking read it. I'm in biology right now, and we all got our tests back, mine corrected by the teacher himself. How he must have strained himself, he who was used to his love slaves/assistants performing that task, because of, as I learned yesterday, a conflict of interest, aka Flan caught him with his pants almost literally down, and he didn't even read it. I just almost fainted when I saw the A on top. No way did I get a smidgen of credit on that essay question, and that was 1/5 the grade, but he didn't read it. I mean, he literally didn't read it. I turned to the page with the essay question on it and saw that I had actually written, "Biologically, these functions are important for the sustenance of a living system," and no one called me on it. What is it? An apology? A bribe? I'm flunking math and applying to college, and my love life is a roller coaster, and that isn't enough. I need this bonus moral dilemma. Take the A, Natasha told me, taking a swig of her "is it really alcohol or just water" flask as she spun the steering wheel. Outside, pedestrians watched the car warily, like it might kill them. Sometimes accepting a ride home from Natasha is more stress than it's worth, although so is advanced biology, and I show up every day. Darling Mud blared. I had to contact them about being compensated for endorsement when this is published. "You know, there is a strong possibility that you actually earned it," she said. "I'm going to run over this woman in the ugly hat." "That hat is not worth prison," I said. These parenthetical asides distract from the dialogue, I know, but can I just say, denim, plaid brim, bright yellow feathers? "There's no way I earned it, Natasha. I calculated it right afterward. It was a B, and then only if neatness didn't count for sketches." "I've seen your sketches," Natasha said. "With you it's not an issue of neatness, but semblance. You can't seriously tell me that anyone would have pressed charges if I'd destroyed that denim canary. Looked like it was in a kilt, no less. Probably a canary of Scottish royalty." "And, as I recall," Natasha said airily, stopping in front of my house, "we learned last year in Shakespeare that when you kill Scottish royalty, the whole thing becomes a mess." Yeah, I said. I got out of the car sourly. Natasha hadn't made me feel much better. "When shall we two meet again?" "Tomorrow, of course," she said, spitting gum out the open window. "Are you going to the dance tomorrow night?" I hadn't thought much about it. "I hadn't thought much about it," I said cleverly. Natasha rolled her eyes. "Oh, well," she said, "I know that you want to give the matter your full attention before you decide. It's a high school dance, Flan. You know, most people aren't so spacey when they get an unexpected A during their most important semester for college." "Natasha, he's a shit," I said. "It makes me feel yucky. I feel like I can't touch anything because car slime is all over it." I thought about the teaching assistant not wanting to touch her kid. "Look at me," Natasha said. I looked her right in the eyeliner. "Forget about Carr. You can't do a thing about it, and in the meantime, he's giving you better grades than you deserve. If you had half a brain, you'd play it up, and you'd never have to study in that class again. Look at me, Flan. Now go inside and write in your journal and thicken up your skin a little bit. And don't forget, your life, your woe, your death, all embraced in dreams." That did it. We cracked up, loud and loose. "That really was a dreadful poem," I admitted. "Of course, as editor, I'm supposed to remain objective." "And confidential," Natasha said. "So you don't have to confirm what I already know. It was a Frosh Goth creation, was it not?" "How did you know?" The little state girl blushed and blushed as we all ripped into it. Very satisfying, I must say. Usually you start off the first meeting with one of your own poems, so it's actually pretty good. "All right, enough flattery. I'm cheered up already," I said. And I was. I looked around, and in the foggy afternoon light, my dull neighborhood looked cheerful. The lawns, the throwaway coupon books on everyone's porch, Natasha's gum on the street, moist as a kiss. It must have been pathetic fallacy again. "That wasn't flattery," she said imperatively. "Flan, you're extremely talented." Yeah, I said, poking at the gum with my shoe. I realized it was probably water in the flask. Nobody drank liquor while chewing peppermint gum at the same time. "You are," she said, putting the car back in drive. In the back of my mind, I said a silent prayer for those pedestrians who would be in Natasha's way, especially the ones in ugly hats. "I just know that you're going to do something that will make the whole world sit up and take notice." this funny, or am I just suffused with end of the week giddiness? V's mother won't let her go to the dance because of some stupid, rich old family name, family commitment. Lily, Douglas, Natasha, and I were sitting around at lunchtime making up catty nicknames for her. I can't repeat any of the suggestions of nicknames because they all play off the Queen Mother's first and last names, both of which are, of course, secrets. But it makes no difference. Suffice to say that the one that stuck we found hilariously funny. Satan. We laughed and laughed there in the courtyard, Natasha with her bright red lipstick, Douglas in another one of his linen suits, this one a sort of off-white, Lily with her tortoise-shell glasses, and me, looking surprisingly slim, I think, in these grey pants I used to have back then. We elaborated and laughed some more, imagining cute, polished, mother-of-pearl horns sticking out of her carefully shellacked bun, a pitchfork kept in the elephant-foot umbrella stand in V's hall. Satan. Of course, later this nickname would get us into heaps of trouble, but that morning it was hilarious.